Yeah, it was a privilege. Obviously, as a player, coach, to be a part of the storied league and to MSG Big East tournament. There's nothing like it. Conference tournament wise, it's there's just no comparison anywhere to what this place is like, and just to be a part of the history and tradition of some of the coaches and players that have won championships in this league is awesome feeling. And it was a privilege to play Marquette. I know I say that a lot, but I think those are two championship programs on the court. I think we mirror each other in so many ways, and I just got so much respect for Shaka. I have so much respect, for their team and the way they go about, their program. I don't hear them tampering with players in the portal. It's a privilege to play against them. Classy program, championship program, and awesome, classy fans.
I'm going to start with Roger here on the left-hand side.
Dan, about the overall #1 seed for the tournament, does that interest you? Was it important to you? Would it be important to you? Is it a thing that you would like?
We've done a lot of historic things. This guy and the guy next to me have done some historic things in their 2-year run with us. I know we've never gotten a #1 overall seed in program history, so this is a group that seems to be making history in a place that it's hard to make history. I don't know. I think you got to look at from the selection committee, what we did in a non-conference, what we did in conference regular season, and what we just did in the conference tournament. I think is the best that anyone's done through those 3 parts of the season. We've been the best team in college basketball. Obviously, March Madness, next week. Who knows what goes on there, but we've clearly been the best program in the country, this year.
Right here in the middle.
For Tristen and Donovan, with about 4 minutes left, you had the no-look download and Donovan for the jam. Could you talk about the read there in that moment? Because that felt like the dagger for Donovan that time after you got the crowd in it all game long. Talk about the environment here.
Oh, well, Coach drew up a great play, put me in the ball screen, and the big hedge, and I saw no help because we had a shooter in the corner. So Donovan rolled hard and just getting the ball down low. We see what he did today, so just getting the ball as much as we can down low, and he'll finish for us.
Over here on the left side.
You guys put up 95 yesterday, obviously a tremendous offensive performance today. You hit a shot for most of the first half and relied on your defense. Where does that kind of versatility, being able to win different ways, come from?
I just think when you look at our metrics, I don't know if we'll stay #1 in offense, but I know we woke up this morning, we were #1 in the country in offense. We fell a little bit, defensively based on yesterday's how well St. John's played and the mistakes that we made. But there's just not a lot of holes in the way that we play. We've got great offense. We rebound the ball. We're an elite defensive team. We play so hard. Luke Murray and Kamani Young prepare this team for our opponents. We're deep, and we're deep with NBA players that are unselfish and about winning. And and these guys have done this with a huge target this year. Huge target. We've gotten everyone's best game the entire year, and for what this group's done this year, it's been just a special season to this point.
Here on the left.
Coach, Jalen Stewart.
Can you get the mic, please?
In the run that sort of won you guys the game, he came up really good. Can you talk about what he's brought lately and what you can see him bringing towards the NCAA tournament?
The Big East and college basketball in general, with the portal and COVID, makes it tough on freshmen. Our league is especially tough on freshmen because the league is so physical. But we see on a daily basis what he displayed out there on the court. He built on yesterday's performance. He came in with a lot of confidence. He's a guy that, like a number of our freshmen, if they wait their turn, there's going to be some turnover from this year's team. But you're looking at if somebody doesn't tamper him out of our program. All that shit's going on right now. It's crazy. He's a future star. You're looking at a future star of UConn.
All the way on the right, Mike.
Donovan, what does it mean to you to be able to perform like you did and accomplish what you guys did together tonight, being someone from Connecticut? I know you had a lot of family members in the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I saw how the game was going the first couple minutes and realized that, I had to, attack the glass and rebound the ball best I can and finish around the rim. Today I finally made my free throws. But put the Connecticut jersey on and be able to represent the state of Connecticut, means a lot to me. And I've grown up in Connecticut my whole life and watching UConn play, and so be able to be a part of history and be a part of something special like we've done last year and this year, it means a lot to me.
Down in front, Sharon.
For the players, how did it feel to start the game? Were you nervous in the beginning at all?
I mean,
It was a slow start.
I don't know about nervous. We talk about, we can compete with any type of game that's going on out there, whether it's, a fast game. We just try to play the best defense possible and not let, the up and down game happen. And, we saw that shots weren't falling. But we just gutted it out and, kept doing what we're doing and really just talked about defense.
I want to hear what Tristen has to say.
I don't feel like we were nervous. They're playing good defense, and we're playing good defense. We weren't really nervous. It's just the shot wasn't falling, and we got to the huddle. We knew, coach did a good job of telling us, we're doing good job on defense. They had 2 points. It was 2-0 for a long time, and I wouldn't say nervous or really worried throughout the whole game. We knew our offense would click, and that's what happened, and we ended up getting the win.
I was lying. We were playing like shit. And we looked like two teams that were playing on 3 straight days. So.
Zach.
What do you think, why you guys, times that you win a championship, hunger kind of leaves? Why do you think you guys have been able to have such a great year after winning the championship?
Just the culture, the type of people that we're able to get and the way that we recruit them. I think, again, I mentioned it before. I think, we'll start looking at what our roster looks like, once our season's over. We're not, doing what a lot of other programs are doing this time of year, even while they're playing, through third parties, trying to pull people off other teams. I think we've got a real culture, and it starts with the way we recruit people, how honest we are about what we stand for. We stand for, how hard we work, how we're about winning, the personal development as men. And we run an old school, program with a real culture, and you can see it by how unselfish this group is. Another game, on a night where we didn't shoot the ball that great, especially in the first half. Another 21 assist night on a team filled with NBA prospects. It speaks to just that we got great people.
Roger.
Tristen, about middle of the second half, you guys get into one of those bursts where you guys get your separation from them. You had a bunch of assists, maybe 5 points during it. Can you describe what it's like when you're in the middle of one of those runs, being a part of it?
Yeah, it feels amazing, I got great teammates around me. It's not like I'm looking for my shot or anything. They find me. I think with the 3 that you're talking about, I came off a stagger from Donovan, and I think it was Cam. He found me for the open 3. So it was a great play calling, and it just feels amazing. Everybody runs and everybody can score. So just share the ball, and it'll be like that for a long time.
In front, I just see that.
For Donovan and then Coach, Donovan, you put up a stat line that hadn't been seen in the Big East tournament finals since Patrick Ewing in 1984, 22 and 16 rebounds. How does that make you feel hearing, Patrick Ewing's name next to your name, and then Coach speak to maybe even a surprise in his development that you might not have foreseen when you first recruited him to the point where he's at now?
Yeah, to have my name against someone who played, who's a legend really in basketball and college basketball, and even at the next level, it means a lot. But I try not to let that stuff really get to my head, and really, I'm just just out here trying to help my team win any way possible. And tonight I realized that I had to attack the glass best I can, and I was just trying to be as strong as I can and finish the contact. And like I said, knocking down my free throws definitely helped me.
Yeah, well then, don't listen to what I'm gonna say. Yeah, this guy, last year he could have been, he would have been a top 20 pick in last year's draft and accepted, playing behind Adama and, embraced that and is just an incredible, person. Most players in his situation in the college game today, the agent would have been calling, the dad would have been calling, and he would have been boycotting, practice and being pissy and everything. But he's a great guy, and obviously he's going to be a lottery pick, coming up here in the very near future. But he just never makes it about himself. He just never. It was just about team. He's got an incredible personality, and I've said this. This guy next to me is somehow, finds himself as still being an underrated player, which is incredible. Because he's going to be a 12 to 15-year NBA player. But this guy right here, Donovan, he's one of the 2 or 3 most impactful players in college basketball. If your eyes don't, if you don't see that with your eyes, then look at the analytics.
All the way in the back.
Coach, at the second TV timeout of the second half, you would take Donovan out for a rest, and then all of a sudden you guys were a huge run. Donovan was dominating the game, and obviously you got to give him a rest at some point, but what were your thoughts on how the run has happened with Donovan on the bench, and were you surprised?
Well, Donovan played 30, tonight, and he had played heavy minutes, and I think with Sampson, he just gives you that different look, a little bit more aggressive in ball screen defense, which allowed us to maybe stop Cam Jones from getting downhill a little bit more, backing the dribbler up. But it was one of those things. It was game 3, third day, 2 champs. I mean, we're both championship programs. They played with a level of desperation and urgency. But we eventually were able to find a rhythm and, get the separation. And I think that's what makes the team special. Cam, most teams in our situation, Cam has 4, Steph has 6, Alex has 6, but most of them came late. Most teams lose on nights like that, where 3 of your best players don't have good offensive games. That's what makes this team special.
This is going to be the last question, John.
Donovan, I thought you were every bit as dominant your first trip to Marquette as a backup. You had 20 and 10. The fans were cheering for Snogo to get back in the game, believe it or not. But is this just a good matchup for you? I mean, maybe they have more true forwards as good as they are.
I mean, I asked myself the same question. I don't know why, I'm so dominant against this team. But I just, maybe it's a good matchup for me, and I'm able to, I don't know. It's hard to say, but like I said, I'm just here, just trying to impact the game any way I can, play the best defense I can, and just trying to help my team win.